Conflict Denied Ops is yet another in a rapidly expanding line of games primarily designed to be played with a buddy. The problem is that many of these types of games use the cooperative play to mask mediocre mechanics. Is Conflict yet another example? Well, the story isn't going to win any points for originality. It's not even memorable. You play as gruff sharpshooter Lincoln Graves or jive-talkin' heavy weapons man Reggie Lang, a highly destructive two-man team that specialize in doing all of the CIA's dirty work.
Kid, I'll show your redneck ass what I can do with this cannon.
The game's slapdash approach to narrative has our heroes trotting around the globe in an attempt to stop some runaway nukes from falling into the wrong hands. Hollywood action movies are the obvious inspiration here, so we're not looking for Shakespeare, but it's hard not to visibly wince every time anyone in the game speaks. The dialogue is laughable, trite, and cliché, even for a video game.
You're reckless and inexperienced.
And you're one limp dick motherfucker.
Denied Ops pares down the number of playable characters in earlier titles in the series from 4 to 2. Because each one specializes in different forms of combat and weaponry, you'll find yourself frequently switching between the two throughout every mission. As you make your way through the 10 single-player missions, Lang and Graves will receive upgrades that trick out their respective weapons and abilities. You'll get new toys to play with, like a shotgun or rocket launcher, or you'll get perks like extra ammo. If you don't feel like switching characters on the fly, you can order your buddy to do simple things like follow you around,
fall in, you're on point,
engage specific targets, operate equipment, and even pilot vehicles. Or you can ditch your AI buddy in favor of a real one. Denied Ops lets you play the entire single-player campaign cooperatively with another player either through Xbox Live or split screen. For fans of multiplayer, modes like Deathmatch and Conquest are available over Xbox Live as well for up to 16 people per game.
Impressive.
The trouble with Denied Ops is that it feels completely generic from beginning to end. Lang and Graves are cookie-cutter action heroes with zero personality.
I can shoot the wings off a fruit fly at 500 yards.
It took us half the game to finally remember which one was which. And despite the exotic locations you're visiting, the enemies are little more than generic targets. The gunplay is competent. It can really pay to play to the strengths of each character. It would be foolish to send Graves into a room filled with bad guys, but have Lang lay down some suppressing fire, and Graves will be able to calmly sit back and pick them off one by one. Your AI-controlled buddy, be it Graves or Lang, actually does a good job of following orders and can really help thin out the massive number of enemies you face. That said, this isn't really much of a tactical shooter. It's the video game equivalent of a cheesy action movie. There's a lot of shooting and a lot of things blowing up. Every level is positively littered with things that explode, but there's nothing of substance underneath. Even with all of the shooting and pyrotechnics, the missions feel very ho-hum. There's simply nothing here that we haven't seen before or that hasn't been done better. Conflict Denied Ops looks like it's trying to put on a pretty show, but it doesn't quite have the goods to pull it off. The environments don't look bad per se, but they lack a level of love and care that would elevate them beyond a mere set piece.
This place is a dump.
As you move throughout a level, it's easy to predict exactly when you're going to be ambushed, where the snipers are hiding, and what you'll be asked to do next. After games like Call of Duty 4, it's hard to go back to something as vacuous as Denied Ops and view it as quality entertainment. Conflict Denied Ops is not going to set the world on fire, no matter how many exploding barrels there are. It will scratch that itch if you're looking for nothing more than some mindless gunplay mixed with dangerous doses of testosterone, but there's nothing going on upstairs.
Ghost 1, Bad Wolf is at the door.
And for a tactical shooter, that's not going to cut it.